Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I thought about making cookies. Specifically cookies from my childhood. I have no idea what they are called. The recipe I found on Pinterest, I accidentally found it. It's called jam heart cookies. But when I was a child and made it with my sister, it was called thieves. So I have no idea what it's called. And that's what I'm leaving you guys with. Yeah. I left 200 grams of plant-based butter out of the fridge for about an hour, you know, to soften it up, make it room temperature, and then I put it in a big bowl. And then I added 200 grams of cane sugar. I know this looks like regular sugar because it is regular sugar. That is the only thing I disagree with my husband about. I want to use cane sugar in everything, and he is a baker, so he's used to using regular sugar. But it doesn't matter. I'm using 200 grams of regular sugar because I have to use it before I can buy more sugar. The right sugar, you know, cane sugar. So I mix it up together in the big bowl with a spoon. Yes, the spoon. That might not have been the best thing to stir with, but it was really the only thing I could think about actually using. So here we are, just using a spoon. And afterward, I mix it really well. I almost broke my spoon by mixing it because, you know, it's not the right tool, but it was what I could find. Next, I take an egg, a normal egg. I really wish I didn't have to use an egg in this recipe, but that's what the recipe says, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I mix it together so you can't see all the gooiness of the egg. There is no right way to explain and describe it. It's just, but I'm mixing it as well as I can. After I mixed butter, sugar, and eggs together, I take 300 grams of regular flour. Usually I want to sift it, but the sift were in the dishwasher, so that didn't happen. And I mix it in a little bit into the dough, a little bit, and then I stir it with the spoon. I really want to do this with my fingers, but it's like a disgusting stickery because of the egg and the butter. I hate touching eggs and butter with my fingers. I mean, someone could say that I could just wear gloves, but it's just, I can't have the feeling of it. Some baker am I, right? But I love baking. I love baking, yet I hate the consistency of dough. And I digress again. There's not much to say here about mixing a dough of cookie. One might call it a cookie dough. Oh, look, I'm touching it. Oh, I hate touching it and cleaning the spoon. And am I the only one who still want to lick the spoon? So I need more flour so I can get the icky stickiness out of the dough. I think I put a little bit too much in here. Also, I learned a tip to when you're mixing the dough with the flour, only use one hand. I mean, usually you use both hands because then you have more power, one might say. But when you only use one hand, you still have one clean hand to add stuff in or to turn on the faucet so you can actually clean your hand. It's a nice thing to actually have a clean hand so you don't mess everything up. Everything's just ew. I actually ended up adding 10 grams of flour, so it's actually 310 grams of flour. But the last 10 grams I added in the end because the dough was still so damn sticky. It takes time to mix it proper, and I still haven't gotten the things from the sides. Oh, I found a new angle. I found a new angle to have my camera. Oh, isn't that amazing? All that dough is just so, it's difficult to mix it. I think I became successful in the end. I mean, I did get cookies out of it, so. Oh, look at that. That's so beautiful. And then I just roll them into small balls, just teeny tiny balls, smaller than golf balls. Cookies should be the same size, otherwise someone's get cheating out of cookies, you know? It's like, I want the bigger piece. Well, they're all the same piece, so you can't get the bigger piece. I like that. It creates less fighting between people who is eating the cookies. So I made these cookies for a dinner party me and my husband were holding, and it was actually very nice. All the cookies got eaten. I am making holes in the cookies, in the cookie balls. And I thought this system was efficient, but looking back at it, it was not efficient, and it looks like something I should not have done. Right now it looks like screws, like the screw holes, right? You see it. I'm not crazy here, right? But then when I start to really deepen the holes, I hate this so much. It kind of looked like cat buttholes. That's not what I wanted, but that's what it looks like, right? I mean, as soon as I looked at it, it was like, oh, damn, this looks like a cat butthole. That's not what I wanted. But you can see that's exactly what it looks like. And then I just poke with a spoon. No, there just need to be a deepened hole in the cookie bowl so it can be filled with jam. That's it. I didn't need to make cat buttholes. That's a mistake on my part. But I didn't want to delete it and not show you and just show you that I make the holes. Like, that would be wrong. I need you to see the whole process of making the cookies, and apparently that means cat buttholes. That was not my intent, but that is what happened. I really find it hilarious, horrifying that I am showing you. Afterwards, as you can see, I put jam in to the now not buttholes. the incantations in the cookies. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but I am showing you what I'm doing and telling you about it, so it might make sense. Now, this is strawberry jam. Some people would call it strawberry marmalade, but I grew up with it calling jam, so that's what I'm gonna call it. It has strawberry in it and it's delicious. Look how beautiful that is. I would have eaten these if I didn't know they weren't baked. So I preheated the oven to 120 degrees, but that wasn't enough for the 20 minutes of baking. I actually baked it for almost 40 minutes before they were pretty temperature that actually were ready to be eaten. Next time I bake these, I'm gonna crank it up to 200. Actually only give it 20 minutes. And here, after 40 minutes, I poke it, one of the cookies, and see if any dough is out of it, and it's not. So I can actually take it out. And then afterwards, I let them cool down for at least 15 minutes before packing them away in my cookie jar. But after that, it's just eating and deliciously loving it. Here it is. Look at this beautiful cookie. It is one of my favorite cookies. And none of the jam spilled out. If you put too much jam on it, it will spill out and then melt into a caramelized jam thingy. But oh my god. Ha 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 ha. Cookie. Look how. Look how delicious that is. It's one of my favorite memories of the... It's one of my favorite cookies from my childhood, and I have no idea how we came in possession of this cookie recipe. We had it on a big sheet of paper where it just said thieves cookies, and then a thief like sneaking around stealing the cookies. Isn't that adorable? But then when I moved away from home, and then my mother sold the house and she moved, the recipe just disappeared. I'm not gonna hold you up much longer. I'm just gonna say these are my favorite cookies, and if you are thinking about trying them at home, I would not stop you, because I think everyone should try these cookies. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if not, that's okay, because not everyone likes cookies with strawberry in them. I do. And that's the most important thing for me. These delicious cookies are not just... I need more because this is the last one.